welcome to the Panic Button.
That's Nina.
That's Jessie. And today we're reacting to a woman who is proclaiming that the red pill stole her boyfriend.
So my boyfriend turned red pill, and at this point we haven't spoke for about a month. And I can't cope with the fact that who I saw is so compassionate and thoughtful and intelligent, so caring and open-minded, just completely did a 180. They were just so supportive and caring, and even when I would have my self-sabotaging episodes, they still loved me. I feel like red pill men stole my future husband from me because I really, really thought this was the person. And even after talking about this, I'm like physically shaking because it was just so bad.
Go ahead.
Oh, God. The humanity. I'm like physically shaking right now, just remembering it. It's so traumatic.
That's why I was able to open my phone to the camera and start talking to it.
It's so dramatic. What is this, a telenovela? Come on, lady. Sounds like you're making a lot of excuses for yourself.
They put that sad music in it, too. Bing,
Ah, the manipulation tactic.
bing,
At work
bing,
once again.
bing. Say something sad.
I got really traumatized because my boyfriend went to the red pill space. He used to be so compassionate and so loving.
Bong, bing,
Right now I'm shaking,
bong,
just remembering it.
bing,
So I'm so traumatized, the PTSD. It's strong.
bing,
I'll get through it.
bong,
I'll be
bing.
okay. Anyway,
bing.
the red...
So real quick, I just want to address what she said at the beginning, because she did say that she had self-sabotaging moments. At least you're honest.
Oh, but so typical.
Yeah, I think people use it as a cop-out.
God, do they ever? It's so nasty. I hate it.
But let's say she's being genuine,
Okay.
just for the sake of not knowing enough.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
You're gonna completely hide my face again. It's the filter. It's not you.
So guys, hi. We're doing our podcast today.
She went on about all these traits that she saw in him that changed. People change, and it sucks that you had to go through that. Everyone's been in a relationship where someone was like something in the beginning, and then it changed. And it sucks, but don't blame red pill men because it's all that man's decision to be influenced by this content. So, with all that being said, it's the man you picked. He may have been nice and caring, but he decided not to be anymore in your eyes. So, you can't expect the man that's no longer there. You can miss the man that's no longer there, but you gotta understand that that's the end of that relationship then, because if this is the deal breaker, this is the deal breaker.
Needed to work on. But it came to a point where I started noticing differences in them. Like, I started noticing that they would talk to me like I was like their child.
That's what I was talking about. Mm-hmm. Like, if it all of a sudden changes, it's one thing, because there's, like, kinky relationships and, right, things like that. So there's one thing to have a power dynamic that's established. It's another thing to start a power dynamic, like learning one together. But it's a whole different situation when someone extremely pushes a power dynamic onto you. You know what I mean? Very forceful. I wouldn't call that red pill. Is that red pill? Is that what red pill is? Just yelling at people? Being like, you have to listen to me?
No, that's not red pill. Her boyfriend is easily influenced.
And wants power.
Yeah, but why
For
now?
free.
When he was being such a good girlfriend before?
Because he realized he didn't have to. He could do nothing and get away with it.
Obviously, he was searching for something, which means he was quite miserable in his relationship.
Like something that they had to have control over. And then it evolved into hypothetical arguments all the time. Like, just about the stupidest stuff about, like, child support and what makes a woman valuable and, like, what women want in a man, all that. I'm like, I don't know why you're talking to me about this.
He sounds like a follower because he's actually reiterating a lot of the talking points that red pill people like Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate always touch on. Specifically more like Fresh and Fit and them. Mm-hmm. They always talk about child support like your audience is 25 and under. Why are y'all talking about child support? I can understand if you're a married man and that becomes a topic of conversation. You're talking to married men, but this is 25 and under. So
No, and that's
I mean, they only use it to make a point, but they use it so much that it's beating a dead horse. But they're hypotheticals, right? Like, what would happen if we got divorced and we had kids? Would I have to pay child support, alimony, blah blah blah? It's probably what he was asking. But that's only because he was listening to so much Fresh and Fit. Well, apparently he was incredibly miserable in the relationship, because if he wasn't, he wouldn't have searched for red pill stuff. So his kindness and compassion and always being there and being her girlfriend wasn't who he really was. He was just doing that to placate her, to probably stay in the relationship, sleep with her. I'm not even sure.
I think he's just obsessive and insecure. So he's obsessive and insecure. This
Insecure
is
in what way?
Ready?
Insecure in what way?
He's trying to force a power dynamic out of nowhere.
What is he insecure about?
His masculinity.
Because she feminized him?
I don't know who feminized him. I think he feminized himself because he's obsessed. He's upset.
He did pick that woman.
He was obsessed with her, and that's why he was the perfect partner to her, because he was obsessed with her. And now he's obsessed with Fresh and Fit and Red Pill content, and so he's going to treat her like that because he's a narcissist who's obsessed. He's obsessed with her, follows what she wants until he finds this, and now he's obsessed with this, and he's going to take it out on her.
And that happens to more guys than we would like to realize. And I always wonder why, because you'll watch Fresh and Fit and you'll see their comments, and they're just blasting women. And I wonder what they look like and act like outside of their home. What are the type of guys that are typing, like, fuck women, they're all whores and shit like that, on commenting on their lives? What type of guys, like, what do they look like?
I imagine a lot of them were just recently broken up with.
So they're just pissed at women, and this is the perfect place to go.
I don't know, so if you know, tell me.
I'm very curious. I do have a lot of questions when it comes to the red pill space, and especially when it comes to where the penis has the power over everything, even the man.
So many men have been cheated on or taken advantage of by women that now they'd rather sit there and treat them like this because they believe all women will be like this, is the lump sum of what I've gotten to.
It's because men have lost their boundaries. They set up no boundaries with women. They let them walk all over them, feminize them, and then cheat on them because they're not the man they wanted.
Well, so after you
it's like, you made him like that. Well, actually, he allowed you to do it, so.
Yeah, you cheated on him, so now he's going to cheat on everyone. That's basically what I heard.
That's a very childish mentality.
Well, that's what I've heard. That's basically
You're going to cheat on everyone that you picked?
Because someone who picked you.
You picked the person that you're cheating on. So how does that make any sense? Are you just picking these people so you can cheat on them so you can, like, get back at women? Like, what's going on with your head? What's going on with your mind? Where's the logic? I want to understand.
This is what they called the boy math, girl math thing.
And it would get so bad because it really just pried at my insecurities, especially when talking about, like, women whose dads left. And I would always just end up crying and asking why. Like, why are you doing that? And as someone who has, like, poor emotional control, it took a lot to not just, like, blow up all the time. And it was so hard to just step back and be like, okay, that's, like, he's just going through a weird phase. That's not the person who he is. It just kept progressing.
It makes me so mad. As someone who has poor emotional control.
Oh, Lord, welcome
Why don't
to the
you
world.
just say that you're someone who likes to make excuses for yourself so you can take no accountability or have to change at all, which takes work, effort, which you don't want to do because you're a lazy asshole. The end.
Nobody has a good emotional control. A lot of people are getting shot all the time. You think people have great emotional control? You think,
no.
Look at TikTok and you tell me that the person with time blindness has good emotional control. Look anywhere on TikTok and tell me half those people have good emotional or mental control.
You tell me one person with pronouns in their bio who has good emotional control.
Amen. It's just not great. It's not good. Do I have an eyelash in my eye?
How much I tried to improve. And no matter how much I tried to improve myself and just give him what he was asking for, I felt like it just wasn't enough. I still don't understand what he was asking for because these types of women that red pill podcast men talk
Is she
shit
drugged
about.
up? Is she on Xanax? I could just imagine he's like trying to
Probably.
have a conversation with her, and she's just like, I don't even know why he's talking to me about this. I have bad emotional control. That's how she seems. Like, I don't even understand what's going on. I'm so messed up right now in my head. Shut up. Grow up. Ew.
Like, I don't have a lot in common with. Like, I don't go out.
Okay, so she doesn't actually listen to the podcasts then. I just realized that. Because the women they bring on aren't the women that they want to marry. They are women that they've probably already pumped and dumped to get on to the program to interview them. She has no idea what she's talking about. It's not the kind of woman he wants. It's probably the kind of woman he wants to fuck and then yell at later.
Yeah, he wants that lifestyle.
I just fucked you, but how dare you be a slut and stuff like that and open your legs and have a high body count?
We watched where they
You're
were on the wine.
perpetuating the problem you're complaining about!
He wants to catch someone and be like, "You dirty bitch. You're my dirty bitch." It's gross. From the mic, I was born.
Oh, my Lord.
Continue. This is not to say there's anything wrong with women who party and dress how they want to, or that we don't have anything in common. Women aren't the issue. She's saying she's not like these girls that come on the podcast.
Yeah.
But
because
that's
they
not
yell
saying that we don't have anything in common, and it's nothing wrong with your lifestyle.
Oh, she's trying to like...
Or, yeah.
I'm not trying to say anything bad.
The
Look at the
issue.
asterisk.
Women aren't the issue. I think this is her big problem right now. Women can be the issue occasionally. They are not always the issue. This is how it always... Men are occasionally the issue. Not all of them, but some of them. And that's the problem. You need to agree to be wrong sometimes, or else we're going to have a really messed up society and really bad relationships.
I don't party. I don't dress really showy. I'm not a gold digger. Like, all I wanted was to just be loved by somebody. I felt like I was being torn apart. Like, I did this, but it wasn't enough. I don't know what to do. It just wasn't going to work for them because I was too American and I didn't understand, and the women overseas are better, and it's...
Actually, you can find out. Go on Google and do it. You don't want to, because that would require effort. And in order to have effort, you have to be smart and have drive and actually have some sort of oomph, gusto about you. You know, something special. And she has nothing.
No, the problem is
Just bland fucking parchment paper bitch.
pumpkin spice bitch. The problem she has with the information is the fact that she's not willing to listen to the other side. That's the real problem here.
Or understand.
I don't understand. Open your ears, even if you don't like it.
Ask
at least you'll
questions.
understand where they're coming from. It's not a matter of it's right, it's wrong. It's why does he think this way? That's what you don't understand, right?
It's very easy to ask a question to find out, unless you have no interest in finding out. In which case, why the fuck are you on TikTok asking this question?
Because you don't want to research it. You just want to cry and wait for your DMs to say that you're strong and you're powerful and he's an asshole.
Because that's growth. She's really changing herself.
She's healing.
Working on herself, I see. The progress is there.
It's for me.
It's intense.
Healing.
Lots of progress. It's the me generation.
Yeah. Welcome.
just really broke my heart. It broke my heart so bad. And it got to the point where my family witnessed it firsthand, like what they were doing. And
What do you think her family witnessed? Okay, let me give you my take first, okay? They're at family dinner, and he looks over and he goes, "Get me cake now, bitch."
Family witnessed what?
Right.
happened to that person. I feel like I don't know who this person is. What happened to the person I felt safe with? Because who they became, sometimes I did not feel safe. And it just hurts so bad. It hurts so bad.
You really want to keep hanging on to this relationship? I mean, really? She said, I can't find closure. Well, you can. You can accept that the relationship is over and just move on. You know, there's a thing about breakups, and that's you will never get the answers you are searching for. Ever. And the longer you try and wait to get that answer from that ex, to find out what went wrong, the longer you're doing that, the longer you're dragging out being heartbroken, when if you just would have decided to move on, you would have been done with this, and you wouldn't have given a shit about what happened, because you'd be over it. Closure is a bunch of bullshit.
That's your closing statement?
My closing statement is she sounds like a handful and a half.
Well,
She
okay,
sounds
okay.
like a nightmare. She sounds like she makes excuses. I don't blame him for switching personality. She probably drove him to madness, and he has mommy issues. Because if you're able to go by being her girlfriend to being Andrew Tate, there's something wrong with his brain. And he chose her? What's wrong with him? Okay, we already know she's a fucking nutjob basket case, but what about him? That's my closing thought.
I'll finish with saying, we already talked about the closure thing. She can get it if she wants it. She can find out what happened to him just by listening to these people that she hates. For what reason, she doesn't even know because she hasn't listened. Why? I don't know. She's scared, but she's so shaken and upset and doesn't know the answers when they really are right there. Usually in TikTok videos with little racing videos underneath for some reason. I don't get it, but it's there. You guys know it. I'm sure you've seen it. She doesn't even have to do a lot of research, and she can get the answer to what happened to him. And she probably won't like it. That's why she doesn't understand. But she's gonna be fine. Like, you're gonna be okay. And I guarantee you there's a million other simps out there who see you and are like, oh, let me kiss the ground you walk on. And you'll be fine. And you'll be married, and you'll have your kids, and your life will be great because he doesn't have balls. And that's fine for you. Good. Just move forward, baby girl. It's okay. Like, comment, and subscribe.
You are way too nice. Like, comment, and subscribe.